used to say that I never met nice guys. The truth is, it wasn't that I was not meeting nice guys, it's that I was ignoring them and I actually thought that they were too nice. I don't know if anybody else has ever done this very same thing, but I tended to date people, spend time with people, and have boyfriends that kind of ignored me. You know, they didn't make time for me. I wasn't the most important thing in their lives. And this became a habit of mine. And it actually wasn't until I met my husband, and I'm just going to tell you a quick story of how I met him. So I grew up ski racing. I was a super athlete in New Hampshire. I was on two ski teams, and one year in Boston, there was a ton of snow. We're talking mountains of snow everywhere, and I could not ignore the fact that all I was thinking about was that I really, really wanted to go skiing. And so what I did is I took a little adventure trip. My older brother used to live in Aspen, Colorado, and he still had a ton of friends there. And I just decided that I wanted to go skiing. So I bought myself a ticket to Aspen, and I decided to be brave and just go and take a weekend trip by myself. I was a little bit scared about it. I was a little scared to go to dinner by myself and do all that stuff, but I really wanted to go skiing. And so I remember being super excited, and I got to the airport. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. Some friends of mine met me at the airport, and they actually offered me 50% off tickets to, or coupons to rent skis. And I remember saying, no, you know what? I reserved skis from the ski shop, and I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to just not show up for my rental. So I went into this ski shop where I had rented skis, and when I walked in, that's where my husband was. So as it turns out, he actually owned a ski shop in Aspen, Colorado, and I walked in and there was just this gorgeous guy with a gorgeous smile, and he was very friendly. We were chatting for a little bit, and he wound up lending me his ski pass. And later on, I remember my brother said, "Oh, you should drop him off a tip." And I was like, "Ooh, you know, I would, but I'm hoping that maybe this really handsome guy thinks that I'm cute." And so my brother said, "Oh, you should drop him off a 6-pack of Budweiser as a thank you," which I didn't know that was a thing to drop off beer. So anyway, stopped by the ski shop later, gave him some beer, gave him a thank you, and was super awkward when I was talking to him, and I left for the day. Later that night, I was sitting at a bar and having dinner by myself with one of my brother's friends was the bartender. He was kind of keeping me company, and I got a text from Jeff, and Jeff is now my husband. And I remember he wrote and he asked me what my favorite kind of protein was. At the time, I was doing fitness competitions, and that was his opening line. So I thought it was a great opening line. I didn't think it was super slick. We wound up going to breakfast the next day, and I think we went to dinner another time that I was in Aspen. What was really interesting is even though I thought this guy was very, very cute, when he started to like me, I started to get really uncomfortable. So when he was nice to me, and I think he dropped me off a nice little note before I left Aspen, and he left me a really cute hat in my locker. But instead of being really happy about this, I realized that I felt uncomfortable with it. And when I got home, he sent me flowers. He wanted to come and visit. I started thinking about it, and I realized that maybe I was choosing the wrong guys for a different reason than I thought. When I really started thinking about it, and this might be something that other women have gone through, when I really started thinking about it, I don't think that I felt that guys that would spend a lot of time and really try to date me, I thought that they must not know me. And if I was really being honest, I don't think I thought I was that great. And so when somebody thought I was really great, I was like, wow, there must be something wrong with them. And maybe this sounds sad, but I think what had to happen in this, it was really about 8 months that I spent dating. I had to start actually liking myself and valuing myself and realizing that of course somebody would like me. Why wouldn't they like me? Maybe if anybody's ever experienced this, if perhaps you didn't have a dad that was really supportive of you, you might not know what to do with it when there's a man that treats you really well. This might be a hard concept for some people, but I just realized that at some point that I was clearly picking the wrong guys every single time. And so I decided, you know what, my husband, Jeff, he wasn't my husband at the time, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with him. Maybe I should go with a guy that seems almost too nice and see how it goes. So it sounds like a funny thing, but I got used to someone being nice to me, to carrying my gym bag, to opening my car door, to doing kind things for me, to, sending me flowers every time he saw me. What I would honestly say is if you're going to choose someone, definitely choose someone that seems too nice, because too nice in the beginning, you can't be too nice. A man cannot be too nice. A man cannot treat you too well. And I am so lucky that I finally chose a great man, because I wound up having a lot of challenges with my health and different things like that. And having a man that really loves you, that really sticks by your side, is so different than a guy that calls you sometimes or looks out for you when it's convenient to him. That is how I met my husband, and also, interestingly enough, how I finally got used to someone being super nice to me. It didn't happen overnight, but it did happen. The other thing, so I was still having a little bit of trouble with it. We were not officially an item, but I will tell you in the next video as well the funny story of the various things that happened the week before we became official, and it is a really good story. So hope you enjoy these little romance stories, my romance in the city. I really love sharing them, and I've got some other fun stuff to share. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.